I'm feeling like a brand new me. Brand new, brand new. Brand new, brand new. I blew away the clouds I was standing under. Traded all my rainy days for a little summer. I fly so high right now that I might not come back down. Dancing to my own beat, cherry on the top, sweet. Everything around me is looking up. If life is what you make it, I'ma celebrate it. I'm feeling like a brand new me. For the very first time, I'm right where I'm meant to be. I'ma tell everybody I'm feeling like a brand new me. Brand new, brand new. Cloud nine, I just took a little visit and the old me didn't know what I was missing. Seeing so clear, got that 20/20 vision. It was in me all along. All I had to do was listen to that heartbeat on the side of my chest. The little voice in the back of my head saying, one day you'll be living the dream. You'll see. I'm feeling like a brand new me. For the very first time, I'm right where I'm meant to be. I'ma tell everybody I'm feeling like a brand new me. Brand new, brand new. Feeling like a brand new me, brand new me. I'm feeling like a brand new me. Yeah. Feeling like a brand new me. I'm feeling like a brand new me.
Got a good thing coming, and it's all I need. Everything I wanted is in front of me. Stuck it up in the dark, sun is shining over me. I got a good thing coming, just wait and see. It's a good, good. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. There ain't nothing like this right here. Got me seeing things crystal clear. So high, I can fight them all. It's gonna feel. There's a fire underneath my feet. Got me rolling like a river deep. Let it flow, cause I know that my soul can lift me up. Got a good thing coming, and it's all I need. Everything I wanted is in front of me. Stuck it up in the dark, sun is shining over me. I got a good thing coming, just wait and see. It's a good, good thing. I don't know. I don't know.
What is going on, everyone? We are back for another live. What is going on? I got Ethan, our COO, over here, and I got we're going live on Instagram. We got LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, all of the good things. I hope everyone's having a good Thursday here. Let me pull this up. We're doing our live Q&A, guys. So if you run a video business, creative business, some sort of business where you create content for your clients, this is our live Q&A call. So if you have any questions for us, you want us to go over any sort of questions around how to get more clients, how to get more leads, how to get your camera to connect like me right now. Whatever it may be, we're here to answer those questions. So give me 2 seconds and we will get you guys rocking and rolling here. But if you have any questions, drop them down in the chat. We are happy to answer them. And we want to help you guys any way we possibly can when it comes to getting more clients and getting more leads. So if you guys have questions, drop them down below. Let us know where you're calling in from and where you're actually listening in from. There we go. Ethan, what's up, dude? How are you?
Good, man. How we doing?
We're good, man. We're good. I have some questions, some things going on Instagram here, so I'm going to start scrolling over and getting some things there. But if you are live on YouTube with us, go ahead and drop a comment down below. Let us know, and we are happy to answer anything you have. A couple things we're going to go over today are number one, how to actually sell your clients on the ROI of the content that you're creating for them, as opposed to just the content. And then we're also going to go over some more things around like how to actually position yourself as a premium video provider. And so we want to talk about those two things, because if you look like everyone else, you look like every other video business owner, then you're going to be treated that way. You're going to be priced that way, right? And what happens when you see two things that are priced about the same, that look the same? You're going to go with the cheaper option, right? And that's what clients typically do to you if you're not positioned as a premium option. Let me pull this up over here. So if you guys have questions about that, we'll stay on that topic and then we can kind of see where we go from there. But number one, like, Ethan, how would I sell someone on the value or the ROI of a piece of content? Like, what is a good place to start there?
I mean, I think the biggest thing is, from the results that you provide, comes from testimonials,
Yep.
what you provided for, past clients. A lot of
Yep.
it comes from like, the strategy aspect of things, and, not just like people's experience working with you, but like what your content has done for their business.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I did a case study with one of our clients, Max, the other day, and they just landed a 40K deal in the first 2 months working with us. And I was like, why do you feel like it was so easy to close that? And one of the things he said was like, dude, she watched my case studies before the actual sales call, and it literally felt like I didn't have to do any salesy shit with her. Excuse my language, but it's like I was just able to hop on, be myself. She already saw the value of what it is that we were doing. And because of that, she was ready to pull the trigger and did a 40K retainer with him. Right. So it's like that is huge, because when clients can see the value of what it is that you're providing, and like they can see that it's going to make them more money, then like they're not afraid to pull the trigger. Where I think a lot of people get hung up is like they don't know how to actually show that value, because like you can work really freaking hard on how to like create amazing content, make it look cinematic, make it look beautiful. But if you don't know how to actually turn that into money for the client, you're always going to be stuck at a certain level as far as what you can charge, right? And if you guys struggle with that, put a comment down in the chat. Let us know. Say like, I struggle with pricing, and then let us know like why you're struggling with that and what you feel like is kind of that bottleneck, right? So drop a comment down below if that is you guys. Let me pull this up here. Hold on 1 second. Let's see. Let's get it. Absolutely. 100%. Graham's on here. What's going on, Graham? But that's ultimately the biggest thing, is like people struggle with showing the clients how it's going to make them money. And the easiest thing to do is just get case studies with your clients. Like it's not rocket science, right? So like you need to just focus on what measurable result did I get this client, right? And then it doesn't have to be like I made them $1 million, right? It could be like, hey, I helped them increase their brand awareness on social media. And then get a case study, sit down with them like this and talk it out and be like, hey, I helped so-and-so get this result. If you want a result like this, then schedule a call and we can talk about it, right? It doesn't have to be super complicated. WVG says, it's Warren G. He's listening in from Knoxville, Tennessee. That is where Ethan, aren't you wearing your Knoxville, your Tennessee Vols? There we go.
Oh, there we go.
Ethan went to college, dude. I've come up there a couple times. It's some good times in Tennessee.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. But he said, how do you test content? How do you optimize your funnel? And how do you pitch the value and ROI before working with the client? So a lot of things there, but how do you test ad content? So a couple different ways. Typically you want to have a direct offer and an indirect offer. So the direct offer is going to be like, hey, here's what we do. Here's how we can help target market achieve outcome. The indirect offer is going to be something like, we're giving away like a lead magnet or something for free, something that's going to solve the problem for that client, right? And so that's kind of the core. So you have the meat of the ad, the offer forward, and then indirect. Those are the two options. Then you have a bunch of different hooks for the actual ad. And so we test different hooks. Like maybe we test 4 hooks and 4 hooks on 2 different concepts. And then what you do is you take the hook and you plug it on the front end of the other offer or indirect offer, and you plug both of those in there. And then you basically are able to have a bunch of different variations of ads. And then you test which one's getting a cheaper lead cost, which one's getting a cheaper ad cost, like as far as like CPMs, and then which one is actually getting you the cheapest highly qualified lead, if that makes sense. So number one, that's how you actually test the ad content. And hold on one second, guys. I got to get a new cord, man. I don't know what is going on here. One sec. To answer your second question, Warren, how do you optimize your funnel from a user perspective? So that's a fairly loaded question. There's different metrics throughout the funnel, right? So you have like ad click-through rate, you have click-through rate, you have cost per click. Your cost per click, you don't want that more than $2, right? $2 to $3 is on average what you should be aiming for cost per click. Click-through rate should be at least 1%. Cost per lead depends on the market and who you're targeting. So like it's hard to say there. But then as far as like the funnel, the opt-in page should have, about a 10 to 15% opt-in rate. So if 100 people land on the page, 10 to 15 of those should be turning into leads. And then your VSL page or your value video page should have about a 10% conversion rate there. So of 100 people who hit that page, 10% should be self-booking. And then you should be getting other leads and calls booked from actually just outbounding and calling the leads that you already have in that system. So that's how you optimize the funnel, and you optimize it from the top down, top being the ad side. Like, is your ad working? Is it getting a good click-through rate? Is it getting people to the page? Are people opting in? And then you go further down the funnel, and that's obviously something we help our clients with, but like that's how you actually optimize the funnel. And then Warren, you're making me work for it today, dude. Third question, how do you pitch the value and ROI before working with a client? Well, it's by having past results and having past proof. Like there's no other way. Like you can't fudge your way or say some fancy thing to get the client to close. Like at the end of the day, the clients just want to know that it's going to work for them. And there's a high likelihood that it's going to work for them. And so like the way you convince them is by having case studies. Like I said, with Max, one of our clients who closed the 40K retainer a couple of days ago. So that's how you actually pitch that ROI. So Warren, let me know if that was helpful. I don't know if you're still in the chat, but let me know if that's helpful. And that is how we do all those things. Let's see. Buzz and Digital. How do you tell your clients ad spend is different than content budget for productions and our consulting? I just tell them. I just say like, hey, this is our package. Ad spend is not included. That's if you're doing ads for them. So I just say like, hey, it's $5,000 a month for our fee. That includes X, Y, and Z. And then the ad spend is, we recommend this much, but it's not included. That's it. Just got to set clear expectations.
Yep.
Mercedes from West Hollywood. What is going on? Absolutely. Hopefully that's helpful. But that's how you actually tell them the ad spend is different. Let's go over to YouTube here. We got Ken Barnes coming in from Jefferson City. What is going on, Ken? How are you, man? We got John over here. I'm just starting to expand my marketing business with videography services. I believe I have to offer free services first to build a portfolio. I mean, yes, you do, right? So like if you don't have any past clients, no one's going to shell out 10K if you don't have any proof that you can get them a result, or you have some sort of proof that you are who you say you are. So like typically we have a specific way we go about it in the program, but we have like a free to case study method where we essentially, I don't have time to go through it all on this entire call, but like essentially you do that free work, but you do specific content that's going to help the client get a result very quickly. So then what you can do is then take that, turn it into a case study, and then obviously turn that into a case study that you can then take and then go to somebody else who is in that same target market and then say, hey, I did this work for so-and-so, and they don't need to know that it's free, right? So that's typically what we want to do there. We are getting a ton of questions. I'm gonna power through these as much as I can. I have like 10. We have 10 more minutes on here. I want to max our time out, guys. How would you convince a real estate investor builder there will be an ROI? He is convinced that social won't get him deals or sell homes. How would you deal with that? Good question. Number one, you don't convince them. You ask them questions that get them to come to the conclusion that you want them to come to, right? So like, for example, Ethan, you want to role play this with me?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Cool. You're the real estate investor builder who doesn't think there's an ROI. So does that all make sense, Ethan? Like the content we went over and how the process actually works to help you bring in more clients, more leads through social media content? Does that make sense?
Yeah, I mean, I guess how's it gonna, make me more money at the end of the day?
Yeah. So, I mean, I guess I'll kind of back up for a second. As far as making you more money, you were mentioning before that you needed more leads and you needed a way to get more leads in the door, right? Was that correct? But you just said you couldn't do ads or you couldn't use any sort of paid platform just because it wasn't working.
Yeah, I've tried a lot of things, just really nothing's worked super well.
Okay. Okay, gotcha. So I guess if we were able to create content that resonated with your target avatar, like the people you're trying to attract and become a lead, and we were able to get them to watch that content and learn more about you and build some trust, do you feel like that might translate into a lead and into a call for your business?
Yeah, no, I mean, I could see how that works.
Okay. And do you feel like if you were able to get enough of those views, enough of that traffic, enough traction there, do you feel like that would actually help you grow the business ultimately?
Yeah, no, yeah, no, I mean, yeah, I mean, I guess it makes sense. Yeah, putting myself in front of more people makes
Okay.
more sense.
Is there any reason why you feel like this might not work for you?
I mean, I guess the fact that I haven't done it before, but you don't know what don't know at the end of the day.
Sure. Yeah. I guess before you were a real estate investor, had you ever done that before?
No, no, good point.
Right. So would it be fair to say that there's a first time for everything?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I guess like where do you feel like we should go from here?
I mean, I guess test it out, see how it goes, and test. I mean, I've done it before, so we can only go up from here.
Sure. Okay. So you're saying you'd like to test it out. So you see what I did there, guys? Like I'm asking Ethan questions. I'm not telling him and convincing him because when I say it, nobody believes me. But when they say it, it's gospel, right? And so like it's very important that the prospect is the one who comes up with the idea, who believes in the idea and believes in what they're saying. That's why I'm only asking them questions to get them to come to their own conclusion. I'm not telling anybody anything because like I'm sure everyone here has like significant other or they've been in a relationship where that person is telling you what to do all the time. Do you want to do that stuff when people tell you that? Probably not, right? It's because no one likes to be told what to do at the end of the day. So it's very important that you never convince your client or tell your client anything. You're simply just a mirror and you're just basically asking them questions that get them to come to their own conclusion. So, Janice, hopefully that's helpful. And that is typically how you're going to go about doing that.
Yep.
Let's see. Let's jump over.
It's like I saw the who is it? The Jordan Belfort sell me this pen video.
Yeah.
It's like, most people like, hey, the benefits of the
Let me
benefits.
tell you about how amazing this thing is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The best salespeople go into asking questions about the prospect. What kind of
Yep.
pens have you used in the past? How long have you been in the market for a pen? Right?
Yep.
It's asking questions, not like pitch,
Yep.
pitch.
Or just saying, or the other side of that too, Janice, is like you have to play devil's advocate too, because it's like, hey, maybe you don't even need this pen. Maybe you don't even need this, right? Maybe this isn't the right fit for you. Maybe the content might not work for you, right? Like, and then get them to convince you as to why it will. So whenever I say like, Ethan, do you feel like this could work for you? Do you feel like this might be the answer for what you're looking for? And he's like, yeah, I think it could. Okay, but why? Like, why do you feel like it would though? And then I get him to convince me as to why it would work for him, right? So very, very important. What a lot of people do is they basically say like, this is why it's going to work. This is amazing. This is perfect. And the entire time you're doing that, people just shut down because they're like, of course he's going to say it's perfect because he's the one selling it to me. Right. And so it's very, very important that you hold that frame as to like, well, why do you think it would work? And you let them do all the work. Like, I don't want to do all the work in the conversation. I'm going to make the prospect do all the work in that conversation.
Yep.
Let's see here. Nice gems. Absolutely appreciate that. Let's see. Back to Mercedes over here. They freak out to spend over 7 to 8K because it would take a while to do some A/B testing. And most of them don't even have nice videos. So they need to spend some money on productions. Yeah. So I would just reframe them as to like what that content and what the benefit of spending that money is going to do for them. Right. So it's really important to just push what kind of outcome they could expect from the content as opposed to just selling the content itself. Warren said, can you use the implementation of your service in your own business as a case study? Yeah, absolutely. You can, for sure. You can use it for your own video business and use it as a case study there, and then show them how you were able to generate leads organically through social media reels, through brand videos, through testimonial content, through all that. Right. So like you can definitely use yourself as a case study as well. Yep. Let's see. It's a good question there, Warren. Mercedes, let me know if you have any other questions there, and happy to answer anything. Janice, absolutely, dude. Hopefully that was helpful. Love the question about have they ever done before? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you just want the prospect to pull you in and convince you as to why this would work for them, because then they're going to truly believe it. It's not a matter of you convincing. Like, I'm never going to convince anybody. You make your own decisions. I'm going to ask questions that get them to come to the conclusion that I want them to come to, right? So yep. Super, super key there. Thank you so much. I'm excited for my call with you guys in an hour. Absolutely, Mercedes. Hopefully you have a good call. I'm not sure who you're on with, but hopefully you have a good call with someone from our team. How well does the IG Live work for top of funnel? As far as IG Live, like IG Live is going to be more of like it is very top of funnel. I would say it definitely leans more kind of towards middle of funnel a bit, because like typically people are going to see an ad from a business. They're then going to go to the page. They're going to follow them. They're going to see content, and they're going to start to build some more trust. And the IG lives and any kind of live that your client can do is going to help build more trust. Just like how we are on a live right now with you guys answering questions. You're getting to know us more. You're starting to trust us more. You spend more time with us, right? All of those things are super important. But as far as like top of funnel is going to be more like ads. It's not going to be as much about IG lives. IG lives are just a good way of like actually generating some more trust with your prospects.
They're already going to be in your ecosystem.
Right. Exactly. They're going to be more in your ecosystem. So for anybody just joining, we're answering any questions you have around how to actually scale your video business, how to get more leads, how to conquer sales objections, how to price higher. And we're talking about all that. So if you guys have any questions, let us know. I'm going to connect my iPad for a second here. If you guys want to, might be dead. If you guys want to ask any other questions you have down in the chat here, let me see. What other platforms do you recommend for content besides IG? So we typically recommend, like if you're creating content for your clients, typically like Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and then like YouTube Shorts as well. And so it really just depends on who their target demographic is, though, because like if they're targeting older people, it's typically going to be Facebook. If they're targeting a younger demographic, it's going to be Instagram. I would recommend just focusing on whatever platform has more of their audience first, nail the content there, and then you can start going omni-channel, because each platform has different different use cases and different ways of going about it. Hopefully that answers your question there. Let's see. What else, guys? What else? What other questions we got? Let me see. I have a couple over here on YouTube. We can talk about pricing for a second. I had a conversation with one of our clients about this, but it's like, as far as people are scared of going higher price, like with Max, the case study I just did. If you want to watch that too, it's on the YouTube channel. Max closed a 40K video retainer, but they were previously offering $800 a month retainers, dude. Isn't that crazy? Yeah.
Wow.
And so they were doing $800 a month retainers. And then literally they changed nothing about their packages. We helped them overhaul how they actually sold the package. And then they were able to sell the exact same thing for $40,000 retainer. Right. And they don't have to do any more work. And that's the funny thing is like when you focus on being more premium, you literally don't have to do any more work. Like you can probably do less work because the clients are better because you're pricing yourself higher. Right. It's kind of like any kind of premium brand like Gucci or Prada or anything like that. Is the like quality any better? Maybe a little bit, but probably it's not that it's honestly not that different than any other type of piece just like it if you took the brand name off, right? But they're able to charge way more because of the name and simply because they price it higher. And a lot of companies and businesses want to just pay for the premium option. Like, and because you price yourself higher, you literally look like an option that is higher quality, even if nothing changes about your service. And you just attract a better clientele.
Yep.
Let's see. Let's see. What are the three key things that someone can implement into their package? You're gonna have to be a bit more specific. I don't know if you mean like 3 key videos. It just depends on your outcome, right? But like typically, if you're doing retainers, there are sticky deliverables and there are one-time deliverables. The sticky deliverables are going to be things that they're paying for that you give them every month. One-time deliverables are exactly what they sound like. They're one-time deliverables that you send them and create one time in the package. So like a one-time deliverable could be like a brand film, right? That's a one-time deliverable. As far as like a sticky deliverable, it could be like social media reels every month where like you have an editor edit their reels and then post it for them every single month. And the sticky stuff is what keeps them from churning or leaving, and it keeps them paying you every single month, right? And so you want to focus on keeping them paying you, because if you can extend the amount of time that they pay you, then you extend the amount of LTV that they have. And LTV, for anybody watching, is basically lifetime value. And so you want to extend how much they pay you over the lifetime that they are a client. So if a client pays you $5K a month for 12 months and then they leave after 12 months, then that LTV of that client is $60,000. Everybody tracking with me on that? Yep. Drop a yes down below in the chat if you're tracking with me on that, guys. So the goal is to extend the LTV as long as humanly possible, so people are paying you over time, right? And then if you can keep clients for multiple years on end paying you every single month, you don't need that many clients to hit the income goals that you want at the end of the day, right? Yeah. So it's super, super key that you are extending that LTV and you're also offering retainers in the first place. Because if you're not, you have this up and down, up and down, up and down. And it's because you're not implementing any sort of retainers, and you also don't have a consistent, predictable way of getting people into your ecosystem to become a lead, to book a call, whatever it may be, right? So yes, absolutely. Okay, cool, guys. How do you price packages for clients to see value at premium prices? Ethan, I'll take that one. How do you price packages for clients to see the value at a premium price?
Premium price? I mean, I guess it depends what, premium. Premium could be a lot of things to different people. It could be, extra crew. It could be, gear rental, location, costs. I mean, there's a lot of things that go into the pricing of things. But
yeah, but ultimately for me, it's like the first step is just upping the price. And I know that's scary for a lot of people, but a lot of people just have a limiting belief around how much they can charge. And so the goal becomes like, first start by upping the price. And then number 2 to that is like, how much value do you actually provide to your clients? Like what sort of result could they see after working with you, right? And so like, once you figure out those 2 things, the sheer fact of upping the price, and literally like Max, who went from $800 a month for content retainers to a 40K retainer, he literally just upped his price. And then you naturally, as stupid as it sounds, you naturally attract a more premium clientele because of that.
Yeah. The same thing happened to Joe. I was talking to Joe yesterday. He was like, dude, my base used to be like 1,500 and I was struggling to sell 1,500, and he's sold 2 of those in the past 2 days.
Yeah, I saw him on the Wins channel. He's been popping off.
Yeah,
I
he was
say,
struggling to sell that, and that's like his like friends and family discount now.
dude, the lower you price yourself, the harder it is because you attract crappy clients. Like you attract the people who need a deal, right? It's like, oh, I need a
Yeah.
deal, dude. Like, how can you give it to me for cheaper? And typically those people are the ones who literally don't have any money in the first place. So then you're like working your butt off for somebody who doesn't have any money. And you're like, holy crap, this is a lot of work when you should just target people who are richer. So like if you take anything away from this live, it's target rich clients. Target clients that make a lot of money off of their clients and are very successful because
Yep.
they don't like $5,000 a month is not as big of it's not as big of a chunk of their total revenue or income, and it doesn't matter to them as much. So like the pressure isn't on for you, right?
Yep.
Super key there. Let's see. Instagram, what platform or way do you use to communicate with your clients to give you deliverables or to give them deliverables about their next content on subject matters to create content from? So whenever we onboard a client, we essentially put them in a Slack channel. And so like we just have a bunch of Slack channels where it's like we onboard a client, they get into a private Slack channel. And so like each one of our Slack channels is each one of our clients. And so it could be like business name, and then that's the client name. That's the name of the channel. And so then I put my entire team in that Slack channel. This is a pro tip. You put your entire team in there. And then that way it's like one big group text, but in Slack. So it's kind of professional or whatever. Who even knows what professional is, right? But like it's professional. So then like if I can't get to it, or I'm delegating tasks to my editors, my producers, my account managers, like they can all see that within the Slack channels. So then I don't have to respond. And it's not a game of telephone with email. God, that's like, I hate that so much. Like I hate email. I don't even email. So I tell my clients, hey, we're going to communicate over Zoom and Slack. That's it. Do not email me. Do not text me. Do not call me. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Like you are literally you're only talking to me over Slack. And if they email us, what do we do, Ethan?
Tell them to respond in Slack.
Or you just don't respond over
Yeah.
email because like you teach
Yeah.
people how to treat you. So it's like if somebody emails me, I'll send them a message in Slack. I'll be like, hey, saw you
Yep.
emailed me. Don't do that. This is the only way we talk. Boom, boom, boom. Right? So that's Mercedes. That's how we do that. I have a two-part question, and we got to wrap up here in like 1 minute, guys. So if you have any other questions, drop them below, and we will try to get to them as quickly as possible here. I have a two-part question. How do you get a business to have a conversation with you in the first place? And then second, how do you get around the we already have someone for this? Ooh, those are good. Cool. Number one, how do you have conversations in the first place? You set up an inbound system. If you don't know what that is, go to my YouTube channel. I have a bunch of videos on how to do that. Number two, how do you get them? How do you get around the we already have somebody for this objection? So typically, if they hop on a call with you, that's a smokescreen because like if they already had someone, they wouldn't even agree to a call with you. If they are on a call and they're saying we already have somebody for this, it is a smokescreen for something else going on. And so if Ethan said like, hey, we already have somebody for this, I would say no problem, not a big deal. I guess, are you 100% happy with how everything's going with that person? And they would either say yes or no. But I say, are you 100% happy? Because no one is 100% happy with anything that they buy ever. You buy a brand new Ferrari, I guarantee you in 6 months, you're going to be like, that one thing that rattled, dude, I hate that shit. It's so annoying, right? So like, are you 100% happy with how everything is going? Yes or no? It's okay. Okay, gotcha. I guess what could be better? And then I inch my way in there and I figure out what they're not happy with. And then I position my solution as the thing that's going to be different than what they're currently doing right now. I know that's kind of advanced, but that's how you overcome that, as opposed to being like, we're better and we do this and all this BS. It's like that doesn't work because you're telling them they're not telling themselves, right? How can I be mentored by someone on your team or purchase a course? You can go to the link in our bio on Instagram and book a call with our team. And then you can speak to one of my stunt doubles, one of the 15 people on our team right now. And we'll see if we can actually help and get you to where you want to be. But that is how you can learn a little bit more. And that's a perfect segue into scheduling a call. So if you want to learn more, you can either go to masterfilmmaker.com to schedule a call, or you can click the link in our bio, or if you're on YouTube, you can click the link below this video and you can schedule a call with our team and learn a little bit more about how we might be able to help. So awesome, guys. Hope everyone has a good rest of your Thursday. That's it for us today. Peace out, and we'll see you guys next Tuesday.